Hi there! So today I wanted to take you along to plant a bunch of things with me, and I did, but I already did it. And what I mean by that is it's already done, everything is already planted, and I went to put my movie together for you guys, and I noticed that I must not have pushed record when I was telling you what we were going to do at the beginning. So basically what happened was yesterday we went to a away football game for our local high school here. My husband is a trainer for all the athletes at the local high school, and so it's football season, and so he goes to the games to just stand on the sideline and support all the football players. And there was an away game. It was like 2 hours away from us in like the Novi, Farmington Hills, Michigan area. And I usually don't mind going to stuff like that, but Serena Williams was playing in the third round of the US Open, and I really didn't want to miss her. I grew up watching her. She is like a favorite of mine to watch. And so anyway, I'm like, oh, I really want to watch Serena Williams. And he's like, oh, that's okay. You can just log into my ESPN app and watch it on my phone. And I was like, okay. So I did. And she lost. I cried. But anyway. So we did that, and then I said, also, if I go, can we go check out the Lowe's, Home Depot, and Meijer stores and see what kind of plant sales they have going on? Because, you know, sometimes you go to your same old, you know, Lowe's and Home Depot and stores all the time, and, like, you've seen all the clearance items, and it's just cool to go check out other areas because sometimes they clearance different items. And so I wanted to check that out. But that's basically where we start out, is I am in a Meijer store and I am checking out all their amazing 50% off clearance items. So let's take a look. It's kind of picked over a little bit, but there's tons of Hosta, some Dianthus, Astilbe. I'm going to grab this grass actually because I've been wanting this Aquarius grass, and it kind of looks like a carex, but it can be planted in full sun. So I'm going to grab that one. Oh, this is super cute. This gets really pretty dainty little blue flowers on it with a little yellow middle. And it's called Blue-Eyed Grass Licerine. I'm not really sure. But yeah, $9.99. So this is going to be like $4.99. We've got some catmint here, Persian blue. Let's see, what kind of heuchera is this? Plum pudding. It's one of my favorite heucheras. What do we got up here? Magma. I have one of those that my mom gave me. This looks like it might be magma too. Yep. But I mean, they're beautiful. Look at that. So we've got some ivy ground cover here, some periwinkle, vinca ground cover, which I don't need any of. And then we've got these really pretty pink panthers, but I mean, that's a really nice size $4.99 plant. What else do we have? There's some phenomenal lavender, and then got some Astilbe, which is probably, oh, I have this. It's so good. It's like a really pretty red color, and it stays that red for quite some time. There's the Rockin' Red Dianthus, and this smells really good. Tons of Hosta. Francis William, that is one of my favorite Hosta. If you split that, you could get like at least 2 Hosta out of that. Look in here. 1, 2, 3. You could get 3 Hosta out of that. I think that's a Francis William. Yeah. So all kinds of different Hosta. Halcyon, Paul's Glory, Twilight. Love this Hosta. Twilight. These ones, so $7.99. That's only going to be $4 for that. It's a really great deal. So let's see what else they got. That is probably a wild berry or a wild rose. Yep. So that's a wild berry heuchera. So $12. That's going to be $6. It's a really good deal for a proven winner plant. We got some sedum up here. This is the Munstead Dark Red Sedum. Super pretty. That's going to be 50% off too. Some coneflower. Let's see what else. Some more lavender. So these lavenders are going to be $2.50. Some daylilies, which I'm not a huge fan of. Oh, this is a grape expectation. I have to get one of these. This is an awesome substitute to that wild berry Heuchera we just seen. Let me go grab it. So if you really love this wild berry Heuchera, but you don't want to pay the extra money for it, go for the grape expectation. It's very similar. I mean, it's not as like shiny and electric looking, but it is a little bit cheaper. So you can see this one is $12, and this one is way cheaper, only $7.49. So I'm gonna buy this one, and it's only gonna cost me, you guys, I'm really bad at math, but like $3.50, I think. $3.50 for that 1 gallon plant. It's amazing. So I'm gonna grab me some of those, and I might even grab me some of this this too, because I do love this and it is super cheap. Like, that is a steal for this plant. We got some more daylily, some coneflower. So as you can see, there's not too much, but there's a lot of the things that I like. Over on this other side here, we have some more proven winner. Oh, that might be black pearl. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, yes, that's black pearl. I love this one. I might get some of these too. And then they've got some hens and chicks. They're, you know, $2.50. My sister has a ton of these, but I might just grab some of, like, one of each color. Let's look at, so this is the clearance section over here, pretty picked over, but there's a few good things in there. Some Asiatic lilies, some delphinium, and then if you buy the clearance plant, it's 50% off that price. So it would be $2.25 for that delphinium. Got some foxglove over here, some hibiscus. We've got a Shasta here. I'm not sure what kind that is. What is it? Oh, banana cream. I already have one of those. But that's gonna be, that banana cream is only gonna be like $3. I'm bad at math. You know, half of that, 50% off that. Got some tick seeds, some more hibiscus. And then all of these blueberries are on sale. Blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, boxwood, the juniper. They're all 50% off. All of the trees, some dogwoods and lilacs here that are on sale. Some Rose of Sharon. What else we got? Oh, some butterfly bush here. Lilac. Tons more butterfly bush. So cool. All of these arborvitaes are on sale. These are all green giant. And I would love to buy a bunch of these, but the deer just eat them to pieces. So, all right, I'm gonna grab a cart and I'm gonna stock up on some of these Heuchera. All right, we were just starting, but then my husband went and got the Ghostbuster blower, so I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. Something strange in the neighborhood. Who you gonna call? Ghostbuster. Okay guys, everything is mowed, everything is blowed, so there's no more noisy things going on, but there is a tiny little gardener snake over there, and he's not gonna hurt me, but just, you know, they're kind of creepy and scary, and so we're just gonna hope that he stays right there, but he's kind of like staring at me right now. So anyway, that's the joys of gardening. You just have critters everywhere and creepy, crawly things that just show up unexpectedly, but that's okay. We'll let him just do his thing over there. All right, so I ended up getting lots of great plants. I got a few plants that I don't have yet, varieties that I don't have. One of those is this pink panther. And so this pink panther is really cool. It looks very similar to this Dulce wildberry. So you can see how similar those colors are. And then it looks also very similar, as the Dulce wildberry does, to the grape expectations. So if you're really loving the, I'm gonna keep looking over there by the snake. But if you are looking to buy this Dulce wildberry plant and you don't want to pay, a little bit more money for it, then you could drop down to this pink panther, which looks very similar. And if you don't want to pay the, this one is a little bit more money. But if you don't want to pay that, you could bump down to this Grape Expectations, and it's only $7.49 at regular retail, and I got it for 50% off that. So. Then I got the other variety that I got that I don't have yet is this peach flambé, I think. And I thought this was so pretty. And let me make sure that's the saying. Yeah, peach flambé. So I thought that was so pretty, and this kind of reminds me. Hey, buddy. This actually kind of reminds me of the Dulce cherry truffles. So same situation. If you are looking to get a Dulce cherry truffles, but you're like, you want to save just a little bit of money, and I'm talking about like dollars here. But every dollar goes a long way. But this reminds me of a cherry truffles, and I have some of those in my garden. I'll show you. It's a little bit cheaper. And then I had to get some of these Carmel. I already have these Carmel in my garden, but they are just an amazing, amazing colorful Heuchera. You can see all the different colors in there. There's like lime greens, oranges, apricots, peaches. It's just a really, really pretty plant, and it looks this great spring through fall. Like, it really takes you into fall with this color. So I love this Carmel Heuchera, and it does have like a bigger leaf on it, which is really nice. All right, what else did we get? Obviously, I got some Dulce wildberry. I showed you that already. I just got a few of these, maybe 3. And then obviously I got one of the Grape Expectations. I have some of these planted up in my island bed up there with the birch trees, and I needed one more. And I also am on the lookout too for what was that? Peachberry ice. I seen some there, and I totally forgot. I totally forgot that I needed peachberry ice, so I should have grabbed one. But I'm gonna put this in my island bed, I think. And then, and I got some black pearl. This black pearl Heuchera is probably one of my favorites as well. I just love the black leaves on it, and it's kind of like a ruffly leaf, so it gives a little bit more texture. And then the underside of the leaves are like super purple, and this is a really nice plant to kind of take you into fall too. It kind of reminds me of like Halloween. What else? I think that was it on the Heuchera. And then I've been wanting this grass. This is called Aquarius. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but Aquarius grass. And it kind of looks similar to a Carex. It's super soft and smooth when you feel it. You think touching this grass, it might like feel sharp and like cut you, but it's so soft and smooth and like super dainty. I feel like it's just gonna look really pretty when if it's on a windy day. And the cool thing about this is it's not like a Carex where you have to put it in a little bit of sun or shade. This thing can take full sun. So I only have 2 of them though, but it looks like I might be able to split it. So we'll see what happens with that. He's still there, my little buddy. We're gonna get these planted today, and our little snake friend might come with us. We'll see. But yeah, let's go get started. Hi, buddy. What you doing? Gonna creep on me? How about you go catch all the Japanese beetles? And we can be friends forever. We'll park in the shade. I'm gonna start with my Great Expectation. I think this is it, yes. Great Expectation. Got this for $3.25. I don't know, you guys. I got it for cheap. Got a Great Expectation right there. And I just planted them this spring, so they're still pretty small. And right there, so this bed, I like to make it like symmetrical. Goodness, you guys, this day is just nuts. Mowers and blowers and snakes, words. But anyway, I've got like, it goes kind of around like this, but it stops right there. So I have like 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, and I need another one over there. So there's my first set of 3. 1, 2, and then I'm gonna need one right in there to like mirror what I have on the other side. So I'm gonna put this Great Expectation, I believe, kind of about right there. So now I'm gonna grab the Carmel. I've got 5 of these. Oh, it's so pretty. And then this one I got for, $5. But I thought this color would look really pretty in the back. And I got 5 of them, so I was thinking about putting them like either in front, in between each one of my frozen margarita hosta in front, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or possibly in back. I'm gonna lay them out and see. So we'll just set that in there for now. Oh yeah, I think that looks nice. All right, let's see what else we got. I don't know if we're gonna put everything up here. So these grasses, I only have 2 of them. So I'm thinking I might try to find 2 planters and plant a couple of planters the same with a grass, maybe a Heuchera, and like a Hosta I dig up from my yard. But all that I have left is, so I'm gonna place all those in a second. All I have left is 3 Dulce Wild Berries, 3 Primo Black Pearls, 3 Pink Panther, and 3 Peach Flambé. So I'm going to turn the camera off and just think about it for a minute. Well, I think I'm just going to lay out all these Carmel and try to figure out if I want them in front of the frozen margarita or in back. And then we'll go from there. So I'm going to start with it in front where I have that one. And then all these red plants right here, these are just big begonias. They're annuals, and so they will die out at the end of the season, so those won't be there. So I'm gonna place them where I want them permanently. So it might be a little close to the annual, but that's okay, because like I said, the annual is gonna come out. I think that looks really pretty. I'm trying to imagine how big these frozen margaritas are gonna get, and I just put these in this spring, but I have some in the back that I've had for, I don't know, like two full summers, and they're only about this big. They'll get a little bit taller and thicker, but they don't get much bigger than this, so I think that placement will be nice. I'm just gonna see what it looks like behind real quick. All right, I think I like that a little better just because they're kind of like up on the hill. When I put this bed in, I kind of mounded it up a little bit. So they're up on the mound a little bit and they kind of stand out a little bit more. And that way it'll leave me tons of room in the front to put my annuals in every year. I can always go back in and bring some more of the purple color Heuchera around in the front, which would be really pretty. So I think I'm gonna put them there. All right, so I got to digging in this hole and there are a ton of birch tree roots, and so I don't really want to disturb that at all. Normally I don't really care if I'm digging near a tree's roots, but I really love these trees and they're kind of like my babies. I got them when they were like half dead, tiny little sticks, and for $10 each, and so I don't really want to be digging up near their root system for right now, so I am going to move these all down, and I think it actually looks really pretty. So I liked both. I would prefer to have them up there, but like I said, I'm kind of making an exception because I don't want to be digging up there, and it would only be like this one and the furthest one down there. So I mean, I could do like just these ones down here and then those ones up there. Let me look at that. That's a good idea, actually. Let me just see. It's not bad. It's actually not bad because it kind of like makes your eye. Let me see. Oh, I actually don't mind that at all. It's not so structured, like it looks more natural. So your eye comes around here and then it kind of like swoops around this line, it kind of swoops around and follows the line of my edging. Oh goodness, I really love that. Okay, let's do that.
When I was a little bitty boy, just to fall for the floor, we used to go down to Grandma's house every day or so. Have chicken pie, country ham, homemade butter on the bread. But the best darn thing about Grandma's house was a great big feather bed. It was 9 feet high, 6 feet wide, soft as a dining chair. It was made from the feathers of 40 living geese and a watercloth for the two. It could hold 8 kids and 4 hound dogs and a piggy we stole from the shed. We didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. After supper we'd sit around the fire, the old folks spit and chew. Grandpa would tell about the farm and the war, and Granny sit and tell a story too. Sit and listen and watch the fire as the cobwebs filled our heads. Next thing we know, we wake up in the morning in the middle of the old feather bed. It was 9 feet high, 6 feet wide, soft as a downy chick. It was made from the feathers of 40 living geese and a old border cloth for the tick. It could hold 8 kids and 4 hound dogs and a piggy we stole from the shed. We didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed.
There he goes. Bye, buddy. I think I liked it better when I knew where he was. Oh well, it's making me stronger. So I'm just taking a little water break in the shade. It is a scorcher out here. It is September something, I don't know, the first week in September, and it's a really warm, amazing day here in Michigan. But anyway, I think I found a spot for my wild berry heuchera, and I hope you guys like it. I'll go show you. It's over here, and it's underneath this pine tree where I have my Christmas tree hosta. This is my wild berry heuchera right here, and I have 4 of them. I thought I only had 3, but I thought it'd be really cool to put them throughout these Christmas tree hosta, and these Christmas tree hosta won't get much bigger than that. I love these hosta because they stay in a nice tidy clump. I'll probably go ahead and take off these seed pods and kind of clip that off just to clean it up. Sometimes I leave them because of the color. I think the color is really pretty and it kind of looks fall-y, like Halloween-y, but I'm not gonna really need that color in there if I plop my wild berry heucheras in there. So what I want to do is put the 4 of them in here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think that they'll really stand out in between those Christmas tree hostas. And then also there'll be a nice contrast to the pea stone, and it'll also tie in like that mulch color into the pea stone, which I don't have yet in that little section right there. So let's plop them in there, see what they look like, and hopefully we like it, we can get them planted. All right, I think that looks really nice, and I am gonna crawl underneath in there and get some weeds out. So I'm gonna do that first, and then I'll get those heuchera planted.
Well, I love my ma, I love my pa, I love granny, grandpa too. I went fishing with Uncle Ed, and I even kissed Aunt Sue. Ooh, if I had a choice to make, I think it ought to be said I'd trade 'em all in as a girl on the road for grandma's feather bed. It was 9 feet high, 6 feet wide, soft as a downy chick. It was made from the feathers of 40 geese and but a caught for the tip. It get old 8 kids and 4 hound dogs and a piggy we stole from the shed. We didn't get much.
I wanted to stop and show you guys something. A couple of you were asking me how I get plants to survive underneath big established trees. Well, this is what I run into. I dig a hole, and then let me get closer. I'm gonna stand in the shadow so you can see it better. See that? So yeah, so if you can see, I'm digging pretty close to this pine tree. This pine tree has been here for a long time. My neighbor moved in here, gosh, I don't know when she moved in. She moved in way before I did and built her house, and she planted these 2 pine trees, and they're both on my property, but I don't care. I think they're pretty. So they've been here for quite some time, and you can see there's some roots in here. So what I did is I just dug around the root, and that little one got hacked, but that's okay. There's still tons of little more roots that are coming off of it that could shoot off, and it's not really going to hurt this massive established pine tree. So what I'll do, excuse my reach, hope you can see this. It's like super shadowy. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to plug in my heuchera like around this root. So that's what I have done in the past, and it seems to work for me. It just depends on the plant really. So I'm just gonna kind of shove it underneath here. I am gonna loosen up this root ball a little bit just so it's got a shorter depth, and I'm just gonna, I don't know if you can see that, but I kind of just planted it around that root. And sometimes you have to like shift your hole just a few inches here or there to make it work out, but that's gonna work out just fine. Like I didn't sacrifice that root of the tree, and I still got to plant my heuchera in there. So it's gonna be just fine. Just shove it right in there. Get my native soil back in there. Cover it up with the pea stone. And there, you're good to go. Oh shoot, you know what I didn't do? I didn't put water in it. A little water from the top. There. So there, that's how I try to plant around the roots of established trees. I am down in my gully garden, and I've got my 3 Primo Black Pearl out here. I was thinking I might kind of put them in this little area where my rocks are. I might kind of move my rocks to a different spot, maybe in front or behind them, and then put my 3 Primo Black Pearls like in between each one of these Carmel Heuchera. And I think that will be really pretty because I have 3 Primo Black Pearls right in here that do really well. And so I thought maybe that would look cool to kind of like keep your eye going with them around the Carmel Heuchera. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of moving some rocks, and then I am going to dig out that, I don't know, I think somebody told me it was sassafras root tree. I'm going to dig that out, and that is a volunteer volunteer, goodness, Rudbeckia, I'm gonna dig out as well, and then we will clean the rest of this area up and see what those black pearl heuchera look like in here.
When you are sad and lonely and have no place to go, come and see me, baby, and I'll bring along some dough, and we'll go honky tonkin', we'll go honky tonkin', honey, baby, we'll go honky tonkin'.
So next I have some Pink Panther left. I think 3 Pink Panther and 3 Peach Flambé. And I was thinking they might look good. So I just planted those Primo Black Pearl right in there. I was thinking about kind of carrying it this way with some heuchera. I have a little mahogany monster right there. And it's a really nice pop of color right there. And those other heuchera have similar color, like the more reddish, reddish color. And so it might be cool to kind of like border my lady's mantle, and go around my fern and kind of continue that reddish color. So let's place some and see if we like it. Planted that added tons more color. I ended up moving, I had that one right there, but I ended up moving it because I had more of these. What is this? Oh my gosh, my rock is still there. One time I came out and tried to label all of my plants on rocks with Sharpie marker, and it didn't work on most of them, but this one is still around. It is a Heuchera Foamy Bells Pumpkin Spice. So I moved some Primo Pretty Pistachio heuchera from over here where I have these lupine just kind of holding for now. They weren't doing the greatest, and these Pumpkin Spice heuchera are not really performing the best either. This one is the best looking one, and they've been in here for probably about 3 years. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig those two up, and I'm just going to put them like in a little triangle right here next to that one. So that will be one little clump of that Foamy Bells Pumpkin Spice, and I feel like it will be a much nicer impact to have them all right there than just kind of sparse looking along the way. And then we can kind of spruce up that area later on. Alright, I think that is looking good. We're adding a little bit more color perennial wise. And that will be perennial color that lasts all year long. It's not going to be like, you know, like a salvia or veronica that only blooms a little bit out of the year and then you gotta hack it back. That's really not my style. I think a lot of people love that kind of stuff, but I have such a short growing season here in Michigan that my garden, I just need it to have color for as long as it can. And this is how I do it. I just plop in perennials that are pretty much only leafy perennials. They don't really flower much, but they just provide so much color all year round. So I was thinking I still have a good amount of Brennera left from the other day. I got some free Brennera off of my Works trial wagon, and I have some, I think I have the Queen of Hearts left, and I have Jack Frost maybe? Either Jack Frost or Jack of Diamonds. I think it's Jack Frost. So I have some of those left, and I was thinking about maybe plopping some of those up in there. So I'm gonna grab all of these. I just have them down right here in my kind of dump area, my holding ground bed. And so I'm gonna grab these, take them up there. Some of them are looking really bad because I have them in this little tub, and I had water in it so that they could like stay hydrated. And I didn't know, but they had soaked up all the water, so there was like a couple days where they didn't get any water, and so they're kind of struggling, but I can just clip those leaves off and they'll be just fine. Whew! Flies. Alright, so I'm going to gather all these Brunnera, bring them up there, and see if they look good up there. As you can see, we've got tons of color coming around this corner now, and then as it kind of heads into here, there's not much. I plopped in these lupin because when I bought them, it was like really hot in the summer, and I didn't think they were going to survive if I put them where I wanted to put them, which is over there in more sunshine. So eventually I am going to move these to a little more sunny area, but probably much more into the fall so that they can root in a little bit cooler weather, and then overwinter up there in the sunshine, and hopefully they'll be fine. I want to put them like up in that area, but I was thinking it might be pretty to bring some Brunnera at least around this corner and see how far we get.
We're going to the city fair. If you go to the city, baby, you will find me there, and we'll go honky-tonkin', honky-tonkin'. We'll go honky-tonkin', honey, baby. We'll go honky-tonkin' around this town. Yeah, we'll go honky-tonkin', honky-tonkin'. We'll go honky-tonkin', honey, baby. We'll go honky-tonkin' around this town. Yeah, we'll go honky-tonkin' around this town. Yeah, we'll go honky-tonkin' around this town.
So this spot, I ended up grabbing some impatiens from the back and plopping them in here. I only put 3 Queen of Hearts Brunnera there, and then 3 Jack Frost Brunnera there, because I thought it might be cool to leave a little space in between to plop an annual in there for some color every year. And then eventually I'll get rid of those lupine and put them in their real spot. And then I had one more Queen of Hearts Brunnera left, and so I just plopped it right there. I have some, I think this is Surefire begonia around here, then I have some double up white begonia, and then just Beacon Impatiens. So that would be nice to have a perennial color in there, but those look really pretty. And then the sun just popped back out, so it's hard to tell, but that's the other area with the black pearl. It's really pretty. And my husband has the sprinklers on. Oh, look at my delphinium. While we're over here, let's just take another look at my impatiens and allium. But we'll go up here really quick, and hopefully we don't get sprinkled. So this is where we ended up putting the Carmel Heuchera, and I really love how it turned out. Sometimes things that seem like they are setbacks can actually make it work out better in the end. So I was going to plant all of these up, but I didn't because I ran into some roots right there and then roots right there. So I ended up just leaving the 3 up and then these 2 down in the bottom, and it created like a natural curve that follows the curve of my edging, and I think it turned out really pretty. I probably wouldn't have thought of that unless that little minor setback when I shoved my shovel in the ground right there. There's too many roots. So yeah, I think that turned out really pretty. Over here we went ahead and plopped in our 6th Grape Expectation Heuchera right in there, and I think it looks really pretty. And I got it for half of the price that I would have if I would have bought one at regular price. I just stayed patient and waited till they all went 50% off, and we got one at half price. We're heading over here to the pine tree where I've got my Christmas tree hosta planted, and this is where I put in that wildberry Heuchera, and I think it looks really pretty in there. It's kind of hard to see because of the shadow, but hopefully you can get a better view right here. So there's 4 of them in there, and this is another good trick. Like if you are planting dark colored plants in mulch, like that color, sometimes they get lost. But if you have anywhere that you have any sort of lighter color hardscape, like rock, any sort of rocks or pea stones, or you know, river rock or pond stones or whatever, this is a really good plant to plant in there, because it just really pops in a bed like that. This is an example of, that is the same plant. This is a wildberry Heuchera, and it's planted in mulch, and it kind of gets lost a little bit, and so I went ahead and I put that big white rock next to it, so it would kind of help it pop out a little bit more. So I don't know, that's just a little trick I like to do to help darker leafed plants stick out in the mulch. These Captain Kirk Hosta are so cool. I love the variegation, and look at that deep purple bloom. If you like hosta blooms, this is a great hosta to buy for the foliage and for the bloom, and it is the first week in September and it's just starting to bloom right now, so it's a late bloomer. It's kind of nice color in the late season. But anyway, I'm making my way over to these grasses. I did not get these grasses planted. They will just stay here until I figure out a spot for them. I was thinking I might put them in a planter of some sort, but we will see. I kind of just want to leave them there until I figure that out. What you doing, buddy? You want me to pet you? Did you catch any chipmunks today? Good boy. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you just kind of enjoyed going with me to the grocery store where they sell plants and seeing what kind of deals they had. They had lots of great 50% off plants, so I just tried to control myself and only get the Heuchera things I know that I would that would really go far in my garden. So yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I hope that you just had a really great day, and I hope that you continue to have a great day. We'll see you later. Bye!